that you've all had a really good week. I am coming to you this week to talk about the new Tilly and the Buttons stretch book. It's a really grey and rainy day today, and I've just run from the car without my coat, so I'm feeling a little bit bedraggled, and also the shop is really grey, so I've turned the white balance and everything up on the camera, so I'm hoping it's not too bright. But yeah, you will probably have seen Tilly's new book. It is all about stretch, and the subtitle is Make Yourself Comfortable Sewing with Knit Fabrics, which I know from being in the shop, so many of you ask questions about sewing with stretch fabrics and sewing with jersey, and really struggle to get your head around it and think it's something to worry about, but it's not. And Tilly, who you may know already, I'm a little bit of a fangirl, has made it really simple for everyone. So I thought today I would talk you through the book, give a little bit of a review, and also give you some fabric suggestions for the patterns that could also work for other stretch or jersey patterns, and show you a couple of my makes from the book. So the book is very similar to Tilly's first book, Love at First Stitch, which I know was responsible for lots of people getting into sewing, and I think this is kind of a nice next step on from that. Or even if you're quite new to sewing, this breaks everything down so simply that you could just dive straight in and start sewing with knits. So the book itself is broken down, it's really beautifully presented as well. Tilly's sort of signature style with all of the colours and the photos and everything are brilliant, but it's broken down into sections. So she's got everything from there she is, I told you, fangirl. She's got everything from how to choose different types of fabrics, how to shop for knit fabrics, the tools that you'll need, and then she goes through, and I think there are 8, let me just check, there's 8 different patterns, might be 6. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 full-size patterns in the book, but there's also lots of different variations, and the instructions on how to do those in the book as well. So I'm going to talk you through some of my favourites, and as I say, show you some fabric suggestions and my makes. So like her Love at First Stitch book, if you've seen that, she starts with kind of the real basics and then works up. So you start with quite a simple project, which is actually a really nice skirt. It is called the BB skirt, and everything in here she talks about sewing on a normal machine, so you can 100% sew jersey and knits on a normal machine, which is one of the things that we get asked quite a lot, but she does also have a section about overlockers and getting the best out of your overlocker, which I think is quite good because it is great if you're trying to stretch yourself to the next level. So this is the BB skirt. It's a really simple knit skirt. It's got side panels and a centre front, which is great for mixing and matching there, and obviously a waistband, and she talks you through how to make that, and also gives you some suggestions on ways to hack it. So you could make it all in one colour, you could mix and match it, or there's a great tutorial, I'm just going to try and find it, that she talks you through doing mitered corners, adding little faux pocket tabs. I'm going to make sure I don't get too distracted and show you every page in the book because it is so good. But she also does a little hack there with a pinafore dress, which looks great. I'm not sure that's a style that I would wear, but I've seen some versions on Instagram and it looks really fantastic. She then works through and moves on to a baseball tee, which is the Frankie tee, and I've made this myself. I made a couple of versions, and I'm going to get changed in a little bit and talk to you about those a little bit more, but it's a really nice again raglan style t-shirt, perfect for lighter weight cotton jerseys or single knits. And then she talks about how you can extend it into a dress and other things that you can do. And it's just so packed full of information. She's even got things like how to sew buttonholes on stretch fabrics, which again is one of those things that can be quite tricky if you've not done it before. She's got a super cozy outfit in here, which this is one of my favourites. I haven't actually made this one yet, but I keep meaning to. It's a hoodie and joggers combo called Stella. Let me see if I can find it. There you go. That's one of my favourites. It just looks so cute. And I think in style it's quite similar to the Coco t-shirt, sorry, the Coco top, but with an added hood and drop sleeves. So if you've sewn the Coco or you've started with some of the projects in this book, you wouldn't have any problem sewing that. I think the Stella would be perfect for those days when we want to curl up in our pyjamas but want to look a little bit more put together when you answer the door to the neighbours. And there's also a hack of how to add like a kangaroo pocket and a dress, turn it into a dress, which is brilliant. And then it works through, I think, the final pattern. Oh no, there's another dress as well. So there's the Joni dress, which is brilliant, and I'm actually wearing that today, so I'll show you that properly in a little bit. And it's got, I'll show you the line drawing actually, because you can see it a lot better on there. It's got a twist front, which is really cool. I really love this dress. And then there is another dress which is gorgeous. It's called the Freya dress, which is actually a top, but then there's a hack in there for how to turn it into a dress. So there's loads of different ideas for things to do. So although you get 6 patterns, you actually get an awful lot more because she tells you all of, or gives you all of these ideas on how to change it up a bit. So the Freya is, I meant to put little tabs in all of these, but then it was a really busy morning, and the shop's open, guys, so if you can hear noises and stuff, that's why. So this is the Freya top, so it's like a high neck with a faux sort of roll neck on the top there, and you can do it as a dress version as well. And if you're on Instagram or you've seen Tilly's website, you will have definitely seen this version I'm about to show you. So this version I think is absolutely stunning. It's got the ruffles or the pleats, which again is a little hack that Tilly talks you through, and I think it looks brilliant. I'm not sure if it's going to suit me just because I'm quite obviously busty, and the high neck, I'm not sure, but I really want to wear it, so it might be one that I just make and see how it goes. We've got some gorgeous fabrics for this, which I will show you in a little bit. So yeah, overall the book, and there's a cowl neck hack there as well. Overall the book is absolutely fantastic. You get all of your full-size patterns in the back. They are double-sided, so there'll be one pattern printed on one side of the paper and another pattern printed on the other side of the paper, but they are really easy to read. I will show you one if I can open it out. They do overlap, so each pattern is on one side of a sheet, as I say, so that does mean, if you can see, that there is a little bit of overlapping, but where it overlaps, they're in different colours. You've got black and blue, so they are really easy to see. So I know people don't like tracing, and I know people don't like it when patterns overlap, but actually I think considering that you have to get them all to fit into the back of the book and also make the book affordable, it's a really good compromise. And the paper is actually a little bit lighter than the paper that Tilly normally uses for her patterns, which I know a lot of you will like. So overall I think it is a really good book. It's, I think it's about £22 if you get it directly from Tilly. I'll link it down below. So for 6 patterns, plus loads and loads of hacks, plus so much information on how to sew with knits and all of the really helpful tips. I mean, there's a tip, whole section on putting in a neckband. Ooh, phone. So now I will show you the things that I have made from the book. I haven't made very many. I've made 2 different garments from the book. I do very much want to make the Stella hoodie. That is next on my list. But I have made the Joni dress, which is what I'm wearing now. I'm going to just push the camera back slightly so you can see a little bit more, and I'm going to stand up. So how far back can I stand? This is my Joni dress. I absolutely love it. You can see, this is a slightly gratuitous shot, so excuse me, but you can see it's got the twist tie front there. So I think it's really good for busty ladies, very flattering. And then it's just got a really simple sort of half circle skirt on the bottom. I've taken 5 inches off of the sleeve length, and everything has just been turned and zigzagged. I've fallen out of love with my twin needle at the moment. But yeah, I really like this. I think I've seen a few versions where the neck twist comes up quite high, and that's not really the style that I was looking for. So yes, this is quite low, but I think that suits my figure. I'm really pleased with it. The only moderation that I made to this pattern was to add an inch on the waist, so just on the waist of the bodice, because the versions I'd seen were very empire line. I thought with the twist and the chest area, I didn't really want it to be coming up too high, and I'm actually really pleased that we've added that inch on, because it now hits pretty much at my natural waist, which is more the look that I like. And then hem-wise, I've literally just turned it up 2 centimetres and hemmed it, so it's not actually that short. Often Tilly's patterns can come up a little bit short, but one thing I would say about this pattern is that you need to pay attention when you're putting the neckband on. So don't do what I did and just plough ahead and not read the instructions, because that's never wise. It's actually a invisible neckband, so it's turned and stitched underneath. So if you can see there, it's not the neckband on show, it's almost like a neck binding instead. And also the notch that is down here, you need to pay close attention to where you wrap that neckband. When you read the instructions, I wouldn't say they're as clear as they could be, but that could be because I was trying to make it very late at night and didn't necessarily read them properly. But yeah, you need to make sure that your neck binding comes right down to the centre notch, otherwise when you put it on, your binding will be here instead of down here. And I actually had to unpick all of this and pop it back on again, which thankfully I hadn't top stitched it down, but I did have to unpick all of the overlocking. And also the front part here I actually did on the sewing machine and then finished on the overlocker, which is really unlike me, but because I wasn't 100% sure of the construction, I wanted to make sure I didn't cock it up with this beautiful fabric. This is actually our art gallery cotton jersey. I think it's called Wild Blooms. I'll link it down below. But this dress is perfect for cotton jerseys, and it would also work really well with viscose jerseys. So in a little bit, when I do the section on fabrics, I will show you some that would be perfect for this dress. But yeah, I absolutely love it. I think if you wanted to, if you didn't want it to be as low as this one is, you could always size up slightly, because the fit in the bodice is quite good. And I think even if I sized up one size, that wouldn't have been too bad, and it would have just maybe pulled the neck twist up. Or also, if you are maybe smaller busted, I would say size down, so that you don't end up with it too high, if you don't want it too high. But yeah, totally down to personal taste. So yeah, that's one of my favourites. And then I've made 2 Frankie tees, which I'm going to need to get changed into to show you. So this is my Frankie tee. As you can see, it is a really simple raglan sleeve. I will stand up for you so you can see. It has got a curved hem, which I really like, and the neckband around here is obviously a good opportunity for fabric contrasting. I've made two versions of this, oh sorry, not the table, two versions of this top so far, and I think it's possibly one of my favourite easy to wear jersey tops, and once you've traced the pattern out once you don't have to worry about that again. So the second version, I'm not going to put it on because it's the same, is the pink. So this is the Art Gallery Tigris Lollipop. So again, it's an Art Gallery cotton jersey, and then the sleeves and the neckband are in our Matilda cotton jersey, and then this one is the pink of our Matilda cotton jersey, and the Lilibet, which is this gorgeous mould effect you can see there. So yeah, really like those. I've worn them loads since I made them. The only changes I made, I did add on an inch in length because I was worried that the pattern might be too short, but actually the pattern comes up quite long anyway, so I pretty much took that out when I hemmed it. I also made the neck band, or the neck curve, for the smallest size because I didn't want it to be high necked. I've seen a few versions where the neck comes up quite high, and for me, because I'm quite large chested, that's not very flattering. So yeah, I made the neckband a bit smaller. The only thing I'm a little bit annoyed about, I'm annoyed with myself, when I made this version I couldn't find the neckband piece for the pattern because I'm disorganised, so I used the neckband piece from something else, I can't remember what it was, and I thought I had pulled it tight enough, but I haven't because it's ever so slightly gaping at the front. This version doesn't do that because I used the proper neckband for the actual pattern, and you can see there it looks a bit tight so that when it's on it pulls in nicely. But again, I've just top stitched, I'm not sure if you can see that, with a zigzag stitch on the sleeve hems and the hem and the neckband. So yeah, really like that. Really quick, simple make, and it's a great opportunity to show off a couple of different fabrics because you can really use the mix and match. So I thought that what I would do is show you some fabrics that would work really well with the patterns in the book. I know that's the most common question that we get asked, is which fabric should I pair with which pattern, and although they'll work with patterns in the book, they'd also work with other stretch patterns. So I'm going to show you some suggestions, show you how they move, but obviously if you've got any questions at all, then just pop them in a comment below and we'll try and answer them. So I couldn't just pick one. I've got a few different jerseys to show you. These are all new in and they are all gorgeous. You can make it out of a cotton jersey like I've done in my Art Gallery one, but you can also make it out of a viscose jersey. This is our Graceful Garden jersey, and it's this gorgeous light blue with the pretty little flowers, and it's just got such a lovely drape, really soft, really sort of classic English garden. Lovely print. The next one that I've picked for this is our Blush Blooms viscose jersey. This is ever so slightly heavier weight than the one I've just shown you, but it's got this stunning watercolour print with all the flowers and this really lovely blush pink background. I think that one would make a beautiful Joni, and it would also look fantastic with the flutter sleeve option in the book. And my next choice for Joni is this Jessica Rose jersey, which again is a viscose jersey, loads of drape, beautiful navy background with these pink and red florals. This would also look brilliant as the Freya top or the dress, but if you wanted to do the pleats, I would suggest gathering instead of pleating because it won't have as much weight as a cotton jersey. But this one's gorgeous. And then I'm going to show you one final suggestion for this. So this one is our Midnight Shimmers jersey. It is a black stretch jersey. It's almost ponte weight, not quite, and it's got this amazing sparkle running through it. And this would be perfect to make Joni or Freya into a kind of evening party dress. They just look fab. In fact, that would probably be one of my next plans. It's really soft on the inside as well, so you don't need to worry. And then the outside, obviously it has that slightly textured finish with the sparkles running through. My top pick for the Stella hoodie and joggers is this lovely soft spot extra wide loop back jersey that we've got. It's a really soft grey with little cream spots, and the back is really lovely and soft loop back, almost like a French terry, and it's extra wide. It's 180 centimetres wide, so you could get quite a lot out of this, and it would be brilliant paired with, because it's pretty much a neutral, polka dots are a neutral, it would be brilliant paired with maybe contrasting cuffs or contrasting waistband. My other picks for the Stella hoodie and joggers and also the BB skirt and pinafore are our Beatrice pontes. So these are beautiful viscose pontes. They've got a really good weight to them, perfect for when you need a little bit more structure, and they come in loads of different colours. This is our strawberries and cream version, which would be amazing for the hoodie, or even just the inside contrast lining on the hood. Really, really soft because of the viscose content. But we also do them in like navy and grey and black and red, so many different colours. They've got a really good amount of stretch to them, and they're just perfect for kind of everyday wear because they wash and wear so well, but they feel lovely. So my top pick for the Freya top and dress, if you want to do these pleats, you'll ideally want a cotton jersey, because you'll need it to have a little bit of structure, as opposed to something like a viscose jersey with more drape. Now this is our jasmine gold jersey, and it is the most stunning mustard coloured jersey with these lovely dragonflies. It's really, really beautiful, and you can see again it's got a really good amount of stretch, doesn't go white when you pull it, and this would just look fantastic as a Freya. There you go guys, I hope you found that really useful. I love the book, I love all of the new fabrics that we've got in, and I cannot wait to see what you make with them. If you do make anything with them and share them online, make sure you tag us. I'll pop all of our details down below, and of course if you've liked the video, please do give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. It's great to know that lots of you are watching our videos, and it really, really helps us if you subscribe. So thanks very much guys, have a lovely week, bye!